Hello and welcome to an overview of the project management dashboard for the CoRE Stack tools. CoRE Stack, which stands for Commoning Technologies for Resilience and Equality, is an ecosystem of geospatial data-based digital tools that take a community-centered approach towards natural resource management in rural India. Some of our tools include the Know Your Landscape dashboard and the Commons Connect mobile app, which together enable a shared understanding among different stakeholders, including block level officers and grassroots leaders, in terms of assessing their changed landscapes and planning for context sensitive interventions. To streamline this engagement of different stakeholders with our tools, we are now launching a project management dashboard through which your organization can enable its different members to create and monitor different NRM projects that they are associated with. To be able to do that in the new locations, you would first want to let us know that you want geospatial data generated for your location, and our team will take up the request according to the priority and revert to you within a week or so. To do that, you can simply head over to our landing page, explorer.corestack.org, and check in the drop down if your location is already present. If not, you can let us know here in the form the details of the location for which you want the data to be generated. Once that is done, you can register the organization on the dashboard, and we will assign you the role of an organization admin within 24 hours. You can then add more members of your organization who can then create and monitor the different projects that they are associated with. Within the specific projects, you can also create village level plans using which the CRPs in the field can begin planning, such as for watershed development using Commons Connect. We'll now simply head over to the dashboard, dashboard.corestack.org. You would first want to register yourself. So enter all the details, see if your organization name is here in this drop down. If not, you can click on others and mention the name of the organization and submit the form. In this case, we will receive an email and we will add your organization to our database and assign you the role of the organization admin. Once that is done, you can simply log into the dashboard using your credentials. The interface is quite intuitive to understand. You would first want to add different members of your organization. So you can either add another administrator like you who would be able to oversee all the projects, or a project manager who is handling a specific project at district level. You can also add an analyst who might be tracking the progress of different projects or analyzing any kind of data using this dashboard. And similarly, you can add a plan editor who would basically be the CRPs conducting the entire planning process at the village level. So let's take an example of a plan editor. We'll take the example of an organization called Support, which works in several districts of Jharkhand, like Dumka and Goda, and we have been partnering with them for over a year. So I'll take the example of one of their CRPs. You can create the credentials for the user and hand it over to them so that they can also log in on the dashboard and hit submit. Once that is done, you can then also create the project with which Ajmal might be associated, right? So the project naming convention can just be the organization name underscore the district in which that project is active. You can then indicate the type of the project, whether it's related to plantations, watershed development, water body rejuvenation. Currently, Commons Connect has an end-to-end pipeline for watershed planning. So all of your projects in that space can be integrated with Commons Connect directly. Mention the location and submit the form. So you will now see that the project has been created. Right. So you now see the project which you just created. You can now assign Ajmal the role of plan editor for this particular project. So what we did earlier was more generic, but you can also assign him the role of a plan editor for this particular project that you just created. And this way, Ajmal will be able to undertake the planning process for this project, right? So now let's say you want to integrate the watershed planning projects with Commons Connect. You can simply click here and you would now be able to create a plan. And what the plan does is that it allows the CRPs on the ground to do the entire PRA exercise and register demands in consultation with the community, create DPRs, essentially do the entire planning process, which can then be integrated into this dashboard. So you can simply create a plan using this dashboard. Select the facilitator name. The plan name convention can just be plan underscore the village in which that CRP is active. So Amba is a village in Vasalya, and create the plan. You would now be able to see the list of all the plans that you have created. You can edit them if you want. So if the facilitator changes down the line, you can edit their name. You can also track the progress of a particular plan. So whether the planning has been done from the end of the CRP, has the DPR been generated, has it been reviewed by the government authorities, has the work been approved? So you can get a broader level sense of different projects this way. So this was an end-to-end use case to show how this dashboard can be used to streamline the workflows of different stakeholders in your organization, starting right from block level officer to a CRP. And if you are an organization working in the space of climate and natural resource management and you wish to work with us, we would love to hear from you. Please feel free to email us at support@corestack.org and we can take it from there. If you're new to this channel, we would also encourage you to take a look at our other product videos around the Know Your Landscape dashboard and Commons Connect. That will give you a sense of the tools that we have been building so far. And lastly, you should be able to find the link to the location activation form and the link to this dashboard in the description of this video below. Thank you.